Happy 4th of July, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the holiday. So today I'm going to be doing another meta deck. Tomorrow for Friday, I will be probably doing a little bit more of an off-meta deck. I don't know, we'll kind of feel it out. But today we're going to be covering Boros Humans, and I talked about this one during my meta review on Monday. And it's very similar to the older version of Mono White Human. So we have the Thalia and the Coppercoat Vanguard. The entire list is made up of humans except for the Sanguine Evangelist. And so just giving you a lot of the human synergies. And we've got the list that I covered on Monday. I decided to add 2 Intrepid Adversaries to this list and 1 Inspiring Vantage, and bring down the total planes count from, I believe it was 9 to 6. So running 22 lands instead of 24. I don't think that this deck actually needs 24, but this will be a little bit of an exploration about whether or not the lands feel a little bit too low after that change. But we've got Adeline as a payoff, as opposed, like, so really the question is like, why are you doing this instead of Boros Convoke? And largely it's because of Thalia. We don't have, this is a 100% creature list. So if they're running Duress, it's going to be a whiff. If they're running we disrupt their Case of the Gateway Express and the War Leader's Call, but don't negatively affect ourselves. The downside with this is that the interaction is pretty limited. So we do really only have Brutal Cathar for spot removal. And then against the mono red decks, instead of shooting the Slickshot Show Off out of the sky, what we're doing is we're going for the Lunarch Veteran and the Intrepid Adversary. And so this is different than what the newer version of Mono White Humans is doing with the Vindicator. And but I think it's relatively well positioned in the meta right now. According to my tracker, it's looking fantastic. So I thought I'd give it a try this evening. So showcase you a couple of games, and I've had a very long day. Just had like a 5-hour long Modern Horizons draft on Twitch, so might keep it a little bit shorter today than usual. But let's get a couple in. All right, here we go. We have Hopeful Initiates and Lunarch Veterans and a Coppercoat Vanguard. We can make this work. Opponent's going first, but we can lead out with the Cavern of Souls and go Lunarch Veteran into double Hopeful Initiate. Boom! Okay, we've got 3 lands, a Lunarch Veteran, Recruitment Officer, Warden of the Inner Sky, and Knight-Errant of Eos. This also seems like a good hand. We can go Cavern of Souls into Lunarch Veteran. And then next turn, do the Recruitment Officer into Warden of the Inner Sky. Tap all 3. We've got double Warden of the Inner Sky. Seems okay. Now, I suppose I could have done the Secluded Courtyard, but I don't, it's a little bit more of a broadcast like, hey, I'm playing humans right now if I do the Secluded Courtyard. Now, against the Azorius Control, which I bet is what we're playing against with the Restless Anchorage, the Cavern of Souls is going to be pretty nice here. So I think what I want to do is play the Secluded Courtyard, play out the Warden on non-counterspell proof. And then for the counterspell proof, I'd like to do this. So I'd like to do... I don't think it matters if it's colored, right? Add 1 mana of any color, spin this. Okay, well, let's make it not colorless then. So that prevents it from being countered. Thalia sure would be nice next turn. I don't think I want to drop either 1-drop either, just because I think that next turn is going to be a board wipe. So I'm going to hold the Recruitment Officer assuming they're going to play a temporary lockdown. Then we can do Thalia and Recruitment Officer to make the next step, which is protect ourselves from the Sunfall. Could have attacked first, I suppose. I guess I didn't need to do the Warden if I wasn't going to play the 1-drop anyway. I could have saved a Warden and stagger my threats. So they can't do a... they can't do the Wandering Emperor. So I'll play out another one of these, and we could dig with the Recruitment Officer. I think I like that more than deploying the Brutal Cathar or the Resolute Reinforcements, especially because we're already putting them on a 1-turn clock. Oh, except for I can't attack with Thalia unless I'm going to trade the Restless Anchorage. Could do the Brutal Cathar. I could attack. Yeah, I think we just have to attack with the 4/4 and probably dig with the Recruitment Officer. I also could play the Brutal Cathar and hit nothing to punish them for the day-night cycle, because this would be able to attack through the Restless Anchorage. But I think I'm just going to stay my Recruitment Officer plan here and try to rebuild. So we're blocking the Memory Deluge, which is nice. Okay, so now they can do a Depopulate, but not a Sunfall. Could also Field of Ruin and get rid of my Cavern of Souls. Okay, they can't counter the Imidane's Recruiter. That's pretty nice. If we draw a land, we can do Resolute Reinforcements into Imidane's Recruiter. And now I can attack with everything because they can't make the man land. Seems okay. I'd rather them counter the Resolute Reinforcements, though. So let's offer the counterspell here. Two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 plus 3 is 11 plus. Okay, so I think decline. Let that counter. This can't be countered. They still could have an answer here, but we win. Nice. Okay, 2 Aganjos is a little bit awkward, but that's okay. We really only need the 2 lands. Hopeful Initiate into... Well, yeah, so Hopeful Initiate into Hopeful Initiate, train the Warden. Then the next turn, this can attack and get both of these pumped. Seems pretty good. I think I'll just lead out with the Aganjo. And I'm saving the Warden to play on the turn that I can immediately tap it. And get a Scry here, Recruitment Officer. Oh man, again, is this so? This is another Azorius control matchup. Knight-Errant of Eos is pretty nice to get down. I think I'm going to bottom the Recruitment Officer. Try to find non-legendary land. Okay, well, So Sanguine Evangelist into Knight-Errant of Eos would have been pretty sweet. Downside here is that if I go for the Convoke... If I go for the Convoke on the Knight-Errant of Eos and they counterspell it, and then Temporary Lockdown, I'm pretty much dead. Alright. So we could also just attack and play the Intrepid Adversary. Couple different ways to go here. Yeah, okay. Maybe I should have kept the Recruitment Officer. Because I could play out, like... I guess I also could have played the Sanguine Evangelist. Tapped the Agonjo for planes, played the Agonjo, played the Sanguine Evangelist, tried to tap it. And then if they had the counter for the Sanguine Evangelist, I'd still be able to play the Knight-Errant. Because this is awkward. I feel like attacking here is okay. Then I could just dump hand. Could also scry. I could hold back one Hopeful Initiate and then scry. I should have played out the Sanguine Evangelist first, because that way I'd get to know. So they didn't have the Temporary Lockdown, which is good. Coppercoat Vanguard, Lunarch Veteran, or Intrepid. I think I go with the Coppercoat Vanguard. Lets me attack through the Restless Anchorage. I think I'm just gonna keep attacking. Because, like, now the Coppercoat Vanguard protects me from Wandering Emperor. Notably, being stuck on 2 lands here feels pretty bad. Alright. Azorius Control back to back. Neither of us had particularly good hands for that one. Alright, opponent is going first. We have the Cavern of Souls. So we're going to go just nice straightforward curve here. Against mono red. See, we can't block with the Recruitment Officer if they are going to hold up Monstrous Rage. But Thalia is going to help. And we've got Naya? Is this Boros Heroic with Snakeskin Veil as well? Really going to go against the interaction? Wow. All 3 Imidane's Recruiters, huh? Brand Portal, Brushlands. Alright. I like what they're doing. Oh man, if I trade this... I feel like I'm going to end up trading it, so if I play the land out into Knight-Errant of Eos, I'm definitely not winning the race. If I go for the block here, though, and they have something, I'm just dead. 3 cards remain. I think I'm going to go for the Knight-Errant of Eos moment. Take 5 this turn. That was pretty quick, though, so we could have maybe gotten away with it. Could also... We can't do the Agonjo right now, because we have colorless if it's a non-creature. a little awkward. I also can't Sanguine Evangelist into the Knight-Errant of Eos. All right. So we're up to 8 power on the board. So that would be 11, 14 with the Imidane's Recruiter. So not quite on Crackback. I think my moment of truth was the double blocking the Monastery Swift Spear. And I was too much of a coward. Yeah, because wait, we go to 2 here? See if I hit a land, is that lethal? Recruitment Officer would be 3 damage. Imidane's Recruiter would be 3 damage, so 6. Plus the 3 from the board pump, so 9, 11, 13, 17. Yeah, so if we draw a land, I win. So we've got a 40% chance. I think that's better than chump blocking there. And we don't get to win. Okay, well... There's no way that they're going to brick. Slickshot Show-Off's going to kill us next turn for sure. Dang it. Oh, and it wouldn't have been lethal anyway because the Swift Spear can block. Forgot about the Vigilance. I guess I can chump block is probably my best bet. Is hope that they don't have a Monstrous Rage. Chump block the Slickshot Show-Off. And then we're just holding everything back to block. Doesn't feel great. All right, well, any trick basically wins there. As Nummy would say, hold. Wait, doesn't Tyber's thing give trample? Or is it indestructible? Hexproof and indestructible. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay. That gives me another turn. Notably, does feel a little shy on lands. This gives them a card draw as well. But not technically dead yet. Just very close to dead. Kellen. I mean, the other thing, too, is I just like learning from my opponents, right? Ah, Kellen. That's interesting. So, Naya Prowess. You're going to lose some games to mana consistency. But I bet this does fairly well with... So you've got Lauren's Escape and Ivar's Stand and maybe the Snakeskin Veil to protect your prowess from interaction. It's kind of cool. Okay, so we've got Recruitment Officer, probably into Thalia versus the Warden into Thalia. I think I'd rather do the Recruitment Officer, and then we can Warden if we hit a 1-drop. And I like to go Thalia first and then Coppercoat. And a Hopeless Nightmare, Orsov, discard deck. What creatures does the Orsov discard deck run? Do I need the Brutal Cathar? I think I'm going to ditch the Warden. Could be wrong. I think getting Thalia down here is going to be pretty nice, though. I'm starting to feel like maybe taking the lands out was wrong. Because like hitting 3 is actually pretty important for this deck. Now they trade my recruitment officer if I attack, and that feels pretty bad. But I think I want to do Coppercut Vanguard to make Thalia even harder to kill. Okay, Rid of Oblivion. I'm losing my voice. Rid of Oblivion. Hit the land so we can get rid of the farmhand. Farmhand would trigger another grab of the land, though. We could just let them trade against the recruitment officer. Actually, don't think that would be the end of the world. If I was going to do this, I should have done it when it was a 3-1. Could have removed it. But I hate removing a creature that has an ETB. Especially one that, if they're stuck on lands... Okay, this is fine. Now, will they have board wipe? They were stuck on land, by the way. I think I'll just get my hand empty. Excuse me. Just get my hand empty. Spring-loaded Saw Blades gets rid of the Sanguine Evangelist. We're still hitting for 4, though. Okay. Probably just hold the Agonjo. End of turn, we can make a Mirix. Okay, Wedding Announcement blocks the 3-3, but they're just dead. It's past instep, they make a 1-1. Go here. Okay, this is looking pretty decent. They're tapped out, but I don't think I'm missing anything. Oh, you're gonna Salt Rope me while you're tapped out? Don't do me like that. Tap 2 artifacts. I can't do that. Oh, man. Oh, somebody's going on my list. That's right. This person's salt roping in plat. Shame. Shame on your family. Be better than this person. Don't do this. All right. Well, sorry to cut it a little shorter than I usually do, but I've been doing Magic the Gathering content for almost 7 hours now. I've hit my limit, and but I do I think I've showcased mono white humans enough that I hope you get the idea of the deck. It's basically the old version of mono white humans with Imidane's Recruiter, so that you can hit in for some cheeky board pumps. And the price you pay is that you don't have the turn 2 Knight-Errant of Eos off of the Gleeful Demolition. The bonus, though, is you have Thalia, which makes it a little bit better against the Azorius control and the temporary lockdown. And yeah, It's one of those that like kind of comes and goes in the meta. It's well positioned right now. I don't know for how long. It'll probably be overtaken by Boros Convoke here shortly for the #1 spot again. But I'll keep you guys posted throughout the weeks. And tomorrow I'll probably be doing more of an exploration. Might be checking out Gruul Aggro. Got my eyes on it. Maybe, maybe not. And anyway, take care, everybody. Hope you all have a wonderful. I hope you all had a wonderful 4th of July. And for those of you who have the 4-day weekend, I'm jealous. I do not. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later.